Welcome, fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. We are going to do energy readings for this week. I was going to go live on Facebook, on my Facebook page, Soulstice Revival, but Mercury retrograde, how I love thee, denied me 2 times. So I said, you know what, I'm going to record instead, and we'll do it this way. We're going to use my Earth Magic deck today, and the Nature Speaks deck, as well as I'll pull a chakra card, or if more pop out, a couple chakra cards, to kind of get the theme and the feel of the overall messages for you guys today. So let me sip my tea. Welcome if you're new to my channel. Please make sure to like and subscribe and click that bell so you receive more notifications when I upload new content. I do intuitive readings, and then I also will be offering mental health and wellness tips, including things to help you on your journey of becoming your most authentic self. So let's get started with the chakra card first. What are the messages for the fire signs? Aries, Leo, Sag. You can also look at your sun, moon, and rising, right? Doesn't just have to be your sun sign. And these are general. If you would like to book a personal reading, click in the description area on how to do that. That one popped out. Ooh, trickery. Heart chakra. And let's get your Earth Magic card. And then once I get all the cards out, I will kind of go into more detail. Well, that's not all those count. Love. I have a feeling this could be related to love. I've seen the same card twice. All right. Oh, wow. Okay. So at the bottom of your deck is fog, which is veiled, and if you see that, when you're driving in fog, can you really see? No, it feels unsafe. It feels uncomfortable. It's scary. And you've got the lotus flower, which popped out, unfolding. Some of you, could be hiding from a truth. This is a very similar theme to the air sign reading. So if you have air in your chart, you might want to look at it. Or if you're dating an air sign, or there's a conflict in your life with an air sign, maybe check that out as well to receive more guidance. Because you're either deceiving yourself or somebody else, and perhaps because you're trying to protect yourself or protect somebody else, and forgetting that you are one person and you are not responsible for other people's behavior. So at the bottom of your chakra deck is perfection. Yeah. Balance of emotions is your earth or your nature card. So what I do, I'm going to read from this book on the chakra card for you because that helps guide me a little bit more. And you guys know I love journaling, so this is your journaling prompt as well. Kelly the Dragon is the name of this card. They each have a legend. There's a little description and a big one. I read both for you. Turn the song down. I don't own the rights to this music, P.S. if you can hear it. Okay. Notice here that there may be manipulation because of fear of being rejected. Ooh! There is no evil intent, only a deep desire to be loved. This card may also indicate that you should practice asking for your true heart's desire, rather than fearing someone else's resentment. Okay, I'm feeling stuff here. All right, on the main page of this card, Kelly the Dragon, the tempter is as guilty as the thief. The legend, Kelly the Green Dragon has one jumbo-sized acorn to get him through winter. Squirrel spies the huge acorn and decides he just has to have it to win the forest annual acorn contest. So this squirrel wants this acorn that the dragon has because he wants to win a competition. To tempt Kelly, he fills a basket with rocks and scatters the tiny acorns he has collected on top. Kelly feels the weight of the basket and steals it, allowing Squirrel to grab the single acorn. But they both lose. Kelly now has less food, and Squirrel is disqualified from the contest for cheating. The inspiration of the card. During trying times, things may be easier if you ask for help. Don't be disappointed if assistance does not come from the place you expect. Personal inquiry. Am I afraid to tell the truth? How does that fear make me manipulate others? What do I really need to say? Key ideas. Dance of scarcity, coveting possessions, vulnerable heart, self-honesty, accusing others, hidden motives. Keywords, vision, honesty, and greed. All right, I got a few different things for your message. So let me... Cheating, disappointment. You are the one afraid to tell the truth. You could be afraid that someone is deceiving you as well. Especially because of the balance of emotions and what that card talks about with manipulation. And then you have the perfection here. So I get a few different storylines. Again, this is general. So fire signs, just stick with me. But it's hard to be by the way, underneath the veil is vulnerability. And I was just about to use the word vulnerability. Boom. It's hard to be vulnerable with our feelings. We try to keep things from others because we don't want them to not like us. We don't want them to react or be mad at us if we speak our truth. So instead, how can I explain this in psychology term? Well, instead, we deny it. We lie. We justify. We rationalize. We can project onto others through manipulation, right, to protect our emotions. So, for example, if you don't trust your significant other, you might text them and say, "Let me know, sweetheart, when you get home," when really you just want to know, are you sleeping with somebody else? Let me know. Oh, or send me a picture so I can see your home. I hope that makes sense. You see what I'm doing there? By phrasing it that way, I'm avoiding the truth, which is, I don't trust you. I'm afraid to tell you that I don't feel safe in this relationship. I'm afraid to tell you I don't buy it, especially if you're intuitive. And sometimes your intuition can be off. Like, you don't know if you're psychoanalyzing yourself way too much or if it's your intuition, right? Especially if there's trauma or healing that still needs to be done. The truth can be foggy and veiled, right? So it might not be the time to act on anything. It might be the time for you to pause and meditate and sit with those emotions and breathe. Allow yourself to connect to the earth and root into your center so you can figure out what really is going on. And with this unfoldment card here, it's like you're afraid of the truth as well. You're afraid of the shadows of what's going to be you're afraid of what's in the closet, okay? And Spirit's asking you to open the closet and let the skeletons out, even if they're your personal skeletons. What truth am I avoiding? Yeah, see, shed the old at the bottom of your nature deck too. So a lot of this is related to your own past experiences. Meaning some of your past relationships you could be projecting onto your current ones, not just in partner love relationships. It can happen at work, happen in your family relationships. How we do anything, we do everything. I'll say that again. How we do anything, we do everything. So if you don't heal the wound, it's going to show up in other places. We are the common denominator in our problems. And with perfection here, here's the other thing. You could be lying to yourself about what it is you really want. Like it said, like what's your heart desires. You could be lying to yourself about what you really want. And so Spirit's asking you to take that time to nurture your truth. And the only way you can do that is really allow that time of solitude. With the waning crescent that we're in and this new moon that's coming around the corner, this is an excellent time for introspection and journaling. So I really do encourage you to do that. And Spirit really would like you to do that so that you feel more connected to your truth. You feel more secure in who you are. With perfection here, if it's related to work situation, sometimes we get so busy and the brainstorming, the creating, that we never put anything into action. And so Spirit wants you to make sure that you're stepping into action and taking small steps and shed those old beliefs that I'm not good enough in who I am now, and open your heart space to the opportunities that are ahead of you, releasing whatever didn't come to you in the way you wanted in the past. Sometimes we live in a world now that's all about instant gratification. So when we don't see results, we believe that we failed. And let me just say, if you do fail is nothing that is a bad thing or something to fear, because that means you tried. You had courage. And we can learn from experiences. And then we get back up, and the more you fail, the easier it becomes to get back up, and it's not as scary, especially if you're in like some entrepreneurial role, right? Just step into it, do the action. Don't be afraid. Things aren't going to be perfect, and there's no such thing as perfection. A colleague used to tell me, there are no perfect patties, and I buy that. But we get so caught, and I'm a fire sign too, and this is the fire reading, so I myself can get stuck in that mindset of like, I got to do this, that I'm not present, and I'm not out there enough. And again, honor your phases. Sometimes this is about inner work versus external work. Like our ovulation phase is a really good time to be, for women, by the way, just women. But the ovulation phase is where we're doing more speaking, we're more attractive, or more energetically aligned with putting things out there. But whatever that means for you, and I went off on a tailspin, so sometimes that happens when I'm doing readings because I get different messages. But again, also, if it is that you keep trying to change a relationship and make it work, relationships are two-way. There's two people involved or more. So you can't do all the work. If you take a step, the other person has to take step two. You can't take 5 steps forward because then they're still 5 steps back. They have to walk up. There has to be that balance. So if that's the case, it might be time for you to walk away, or you're just avoiding dealing with what your heart is really saying. But with the fog card at the bottom, don't make any sudden impulsive decisions. Sit on it. Allow yourself the space to really feel into the emotions and feel into what your heart wants and what your heart is saying. A fun exercise when you're journaling is to speak to yourself from your higher self. It's weird at first, I know, but it's an excellent tool to use to connect with your truth. So I wish you the best, fire signs, wherever you are this week. Really try to balance those emotions out. Don't be afraid of that inner work. I will say, who got the lotus? It might have been, oh, I can't remember if it's air or earth, but somebody else got the lotus card too. In fact, every reading might have had it. I don't know. Don't hold me to that. I can't look at it yet. Anyway, with the lotus flower, I told the other one too. They close at night and then they open again. So this is not being afraid of the shadow work, because you know that the light's coming. You're taking that from whatever experience happened throughout the day and going inward, absorbing the experience, absorbing the lessons, and then allowing yourself to sit with them, feel them, and then expand again, because a new horizon is coming. Okay, fire signs, have a wonderful week. Again, if you would like to book a personal reading, it's in the description below. Have a wonderful one. Bye. Uh-oh. There we go.